Hey guys, Ben Labadie here, and welcome to Live with Ben. I am here with Victor Boutin. You may know his name. He's a developer here in Chatham-Kent, and really, you're a developer on Ontario and possibly all Canada.
Yes, like I did work all over Canada, and we did some before too. Like I had a window company with a partner from Switzerland that we did some overseas as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've done a lot of stuff in a lot of places.
Yes, and I meet lots of people, good people and bad people.
Okay,
Yeah.
and now you are in Chatham-Kent, and you're actually a pretty intriguing individual. A lot of people haven't gotten a chance to really get to know you yet. So this is kind of an intro so you guys can get to know Victor and your journey here. So I want to start back in, so you're a developer.
Yes.
You build a lot of big buildings.
Yes, I build all kind of things. Like I built some houses, I built some cottages, I built some factories, and I built some smaller building, and I restore quite a few buildings, and a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But maybe we should start where I'm from and all that. That may interest a lot of people here, and they will understand why I'm so interested into Chatham, because I grew up on a farm.
Okay.
And I'm really like a country boy, and I really like farm. And I think like here in Chatham-Kent, in this area here, it's so beautiful, so much land, and so many possibilities here. And that's really attract me the first time. And I came here because there was like a church for sale. And that's where my first step here
Okay.
in Chatham-Kent. And since then, I just love it.
Awesome. And yeah, we are very rich in farmland and in land in general. I think we're probably one of the, for land mass, one of the biggest municipalities in Ontario. So
Yes.
where were you born?
Well, I born like in Quebec, and was south of Quebec City. Like I think most of the people will know Lévis, but south of there, I was on a small town, and was on a farm, on a small farm, like the old time, like it was about 100 acres farm.
Yep.
And we had all kind of animals, not like now, like this, they stuck with one, but over there we had horses, cow, pigs, chicken, you name it, we have it. Yeah.
Right. And what kind of got you involved in developing? Like, what was your first project?
My first project, geez, that's a tough question. Like to remember exactly the very first one, because I did so many. Like I did some houses, and I think there was houses first, and then with small factories, and we did more. I should say more at the beginning was restoration of old
Okay.
building. And by doing that, like I did lots of restoration for Ontario Housing and Toronto Housing, and I saw like all the mistakes that the builder was doing into those construction, and from there I said I will never make those mistakes.
Right.
And that's when I started to do some development. And during that time I was buying lands. I've always been crazy for land, so I bought lots of land and lots of property.
Like
And,
land to develop later,
to
or
develop later and to farm. Like
Okay.
I got quite a few, maybe over 1,000 acres of farmland that we farm
Absolutely.
all over. Like
Okay, we got a couple people commenting. Hey, Ben and Victor from Bob, my brother, Mark Wheeler. I need a condo. So a lot of people. What have you kind of done locally? So you started off with the church.
yes, we
Okay.
start with the church. We did like a small rental unit, like 18 units, and then we got at the front. We did more commercial, like for offices, but it's not finished yet because we're waiting to have the right people to
Right.
move in, so we could finish it the right way that they wanted. And then we did another one after that, like in Richtown, like for the
Okay, I know
student,
the
like
one.
a residence. This one there, like we got 46 units, 46 bed, and it's always leased full time. And we got some commercial, but commercial doesn't go that good. So we have to find a way of solving that problem. We
Right.
didn't have time yet.
And that's in
Yeah.
Richtown.
That's in Richtown,
Okay.
yeah.
So how many commercial units do you have?
Then we got 4 commercial units there,
Okay.
but we got only 1 rented. So
Okay.
it's a very good tenants. We got no complaints about that
Yeah.
gentleman.
And you have it's a beautiful building.
It is. It is. I love the architecture of that building, and that's one
Yeah.
of the reasons why I bought that building, because I'm going crazy about architectural of those ages.
Yeah.
So, and we always keep the outside as it is.
Right.
So, because it was beautiful in those years, like it was in the 1800 or the 1870 or something like
Being
that.
oldie.
So in those years they were doing something really nice and something that you could be proud. But then after that, when you got some new construction, for myself, my taste is not that taste like the YMCA that we bought.
Yep.
It's a very nice, solid building, but hardly facade. Like it was, the exterior wasn't interesting at all.
Right. It's kind of just brick and flat.
That's it. No character, and it's nothing to be proud of. And you have to do something, and that's why I changed it very modern.
Yeah, it looks like you got stucco going up and stuff like that.
Yeah. We got stucco because we found out that there was not enough insulation into the interior wall and all that. And for the student, we like to keep them nicely warm, and so that's why we went with stucco outside. So we this way we add insulation from the outside as well. So it's really a nice, clean, good-looking building, I hope, and I hope people will like it.
Yeah.
And we will have over 200 students inside that YMCA, the old YMCA.
Now, have you done a project like that similar in any other area where you have that many people, 200?
No, like for students, that's really the biggest one that we're doing right now. Yeah.
Because you put 200 people in one more location downtown. That they got to spend money somewhere in that downtown area.
This is the reason why that it is really the best location here, and this is the reason why, like, we bought some more property, like at the Wellington, we call that the Wellington Square, that we want to do like an office building there and a rental property as well, so to bring more people in the downtown, because you have to enjoy that beautiful downtown and close to the river. And I hope one day somebody will develop that waterfront. It's something that myself, I go crazy about waterfront.
Yeah.
Like most of my properties are always close to waterfront. And
well, you kind of now have a couple big parts of that waterfront there.
Yes.
So.
Yes, you're right. Like the YMCA, we got almost 3 acres right on the water, and then we got the boardwalk that is right on the water as well. Yeah, so, but all along, like between the boardwalk and between the old YMCA, that should be renovated and create something for the people to enjoy that waterfront. So, and the kids, you see, since we bring more kids, like over 200 kids at the YMCA, you're going to need something to keep those kids occupied.
Right.
So.
Well, and they're going to need to buy coffee, food, and drinks, and party all night.
Yeah, party all night. Yeah. You got some very good place there. Like I know, like I like some of those restaurants. Very nice, good food and all that.
Yeah. Do you think it's a good idea for anybody else right now, looking at what you're doing with the condos and with the other development there with the YMCA, to invest in commercial spots up there?
Yes. You see, I think for myself, I shouldn't say that because I like to have everything, but I'm just kidding. But it is the right time, because right now your pricing is very, very low.
Yeah.
And it is time to invest. And it is one of the best locations in Ontario. Like you're close to everything. You're close to the water. You're close to the state.
Oh, yeah. Well, as a realtor, you see an influx of people coming into the municipality wanting to live here. And we're 1 hour away from this border, 2 hours from this border, and you're in the middle of everything, and we're in the middle of 2 lakes.
That's it. Yeah. Like it's one of the best place, like for Ontario, and I hope people will use it and bring more people here. And that's what you need. Like we have to, I think, like, people, they have to sell Chatham-Kent in a better way.
Right.
Because it is something like for older people to come and retire here is one of the best places. Like you cannot find a better place. Like
we are the Florida of Canada. You don't really get much more south than where we are right now.
Yeah, you're right.
So that puts us in a really good spot. So in getting people to come to Chatham-Kent, what brought you? What specifically, and how did you learn about Chatham-Kent?
Well, the way that before I came here, I didn't even know that Chatham-Kent exists. You see,
Okay.
that's why I like that, because you're not selling it enough for the outsider. So my son saw that there was a building for sale, and he saw the architectural of the building, and he said, "Dad, I think you're gonna love that building. It is for you." So he showed it to me. I said, "Yes, I have to go and see it." And then that's when I bought it. And since then, I come here. My kids they come too, and we come in the restaurant, and it is a beautiful place. Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about your family. How many kids do you got?
Oh, I got two kids, two nice sons, very hardworking guys. One is an accountant, and the other one is a structural engineer, and
Okay.
he's got the software engineering as well. And they love the business. They are with me in the business, and both of them are married. The older one, Jimmy, is married to a nice Indian girl from Goa.
Okay.
So, and they got two beautiful kids. They got a nice daughter and a son.
Okay.
And my young son Eric, he just got married last August, and he's got one of the best girl from the Philippines. So she's been here for a long time, I believe, like maybe 20 years. She was around 10 years old.
Okay.
But very nice, very religious people, and we are very happy. Like our two sons, they really been lucky to have two nice girls like this. But they are good boy too. So
Right.
I have to say that.
Now, you're going to be moving to Chatham-Kent. Is that
Yes,
what you're saying?
correct.
That's
Yeah.
the plan?
Oh yeah, that's the plan. So I got one unit is a 3-bedroom unit. So I got my name on it, and there's another 3-bedroom too. So it's the name of one of my two sons will be on it too. So
Okay.
So I will keep that. Like we may not be 12 months a year here,
Right.
because we got a house in Florida as well. So we want to spend some time in Florida, but I will spend most of my time
So
here.
you go from the Florida of Canada to the Florida of the
Yeah,
United
that's
States.
it. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Kip Moore just kind of commented, do you have a strategy to target professionals in the area, or are you looking at retirees for places like the condos and stuff?
No, I don't target anybody. It's just like whoever gonna love my building, and I don't see why they want to love it. So anybody is welcome. Like, and I think this is a very high-end building, and targeting like the good people. That's so many here in
Right.
Chatham, so there will be no problem. But it's not like a low-income building.
Right. And so let's talk about the condos. A lot of the question that everybody wants to ask is, when do you think they will be complete?
Like they will be complete by the end of the summer. We were hoping that it will be complete before that. We will have maybe 3 or 4 floors complete by July. But since we had, like I told you before, we had sabotage inside the building again, that we have to redo lots of work in every suite. So this is a very costly and time consuming.
Right.
And frustrating as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I know you're frustrated. And what kind of has been the major delay, if it has been a delay, on getting them complete?
It's always been some sabotage as we go, right from the beginning. When we did the foundation and we started to do the digging, we had people throwing some dry bones inside the property. So as soon as we saw that, we had to stop the work, because you don't know, could it be somebody had been buried there, or
Okay.
you didn't know. So we had to send those bones to Montreal to analyze that. So again, we had 2-3 months stop doing nothing because of that. And then that's all the foundation guy, all the geothermal guy, and all the structure guy, like the forming guy. So, and then as we go, we had some sabotage when we had pouring some concrete during the winter and was cold. Some people, they come at night and turn off the heat and remove the tarp on the concrete, so the slab could have frozen. But my foreman was good enough to come overnight, like around 11, and he saw that, so he put everything back, and we saved the slab. But it's just a thing going on and on and on like this.
Right.
So, but nobody, and I appreciate that, I know, like nobody will know those kind of things.
Right.
Unless if you are the builder, you see all those things. And every time you got a sabotage, you could see like a 3, 4, 5, 6 months behind. Like now, like the sabotage that we had inside those suites, that pushing us back for at least 2 months.
Right.
So it's very costly, but we will finish it.
And not everybody knows what goes into developing properties, especially waterfront properties, right?
Yes, you're right. You see, like this property there being like by the waterfront like this, and the soil was analyzed, and the first time we get the soil analyzed, they didn't give us the right result. So we have to have another company from Toronto to come and redo all the tests that it took a little bit more time, and we find out that we have to go all the way to the bedrock. And into the bedrock, like we're doing 3 meters into the bedrock. So that building will never let go. Everything will be gone, but that building will be standing there.
Right, right.
Yeah, and then we have, since it's close to the water and the soil was very poor, so we have to waterproof the building so that no water will be coming in, because like we got the proof that we did a great job, because we had a few times a flood and not a drop of water went inside my building.
Right.
So I guess my engineer did a proper job.
Because a lot of people, kind of have that where the parking's underground, right?
Yes, correct.
And there was a concern there that if flooding does happen from time to time, but it was dry.
Yes, completely dry. They even come and check and everything dry. Even the pump, we got 8 pumps at standby in case of something happen. Okay. None of them start.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just throw a quick plug in here. I want to thank Brenton Newer at 107 Cafe for letting us use this establishment today. As you can see in the back, you'll see his 107 Cafe lounge logo pop up. And please hit the Ben Live with Ben page because we are going to be moving on with our interviews in the new studio with that. And that's where we'll be broadcasting, not on my personal page right here. And so... what else do we got? So do you have any more further plans? So after the completion of the condo units there and the other properties, any other things that you're looking at investing in Chatham-Kent?
Yes, we got many interests in Chatham-Kent, so I don't want to say anything too much either.
No
because,
inside scoop.
Yeah, we have to keep some secret, so that will help to enjoy the people more down the road. So I know, like we got the Wellington Square, that will be 2 buildings with the underground garage there, and then we got some other land, like even at the Y, we got plenty of land that we could do another building there too. So we got something, and we got some other project to undergo. Like,
okay. So as these get closer to completion, how does somebody go about getting into this building and locking them up a spot?
The boardwalk we will be on the internet very soon, so we got a website for that. If they want, they could go at the website. I don't know what is the name of the website because I'm not.
I'll find out and share it with you guys.
Yeah. So very soon, like they will be as soon as it be ready, they will be there. So I guess I could tell my manager looking after that to put something now for the people because we're getting very close to that.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. And that's going to probably free up a bunch of houses out there for the real estate agents out there in Chatham-Kent because
it's good for you.
It's good for me, yes. Let's see here. Mandy Jacobs Protopap is looking forward to the completion of the condo and opening our downtown again. I am hoping this will impact the area positively. Mandy Protopap is she has all kinds of copies. It's a property, it's a business downtown. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, have had concern, how do we get the downtown booming again? Uh-huh. And I guess, 88 units being rented will help that out. So
yes, it will. And I think, like you see, for booming, what I got in mind is we have to work out together, not against each other.
Right.
You see, because I found out, like in the trade that I air in my building, lots of trades, and it's funny because I'm not used to that. They will be going against each other instead of helping each other.
Right.
Like when I was in Toronto or overseas or in Singapore, everybody helped each other.
Yes.
But here was different. I know, like there's 3, and I like to name them. There's 3 contractors that I really love, and they had the best. Like you got Jovan, and you got Andy Brother.
Yep.
Those guys, you could trust them with your eyes closed, and
Absolutely.
they do such a perfect job. I never saw something done so well. And then I got bricklayer, like the mason who's doing the block work for me. I got the three brothers, Emilio, Joe, and Mike. Those guys, they are artists.
Mm-hmm.
They do block work like you won't believe. They're really doing a great job, and I'm proud and so happy to have those three with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we got some other one too, but they are the three best one. That's the one that come up on top of the cream.
And they are Chatham-Kent.
Chatham-Kent, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what would you kind of suggest to how do we work together more as a community to kind of work to get that downtown kind of going, do you think?
The best way is to be positive on everything that come out of the ground. Like everything, like every small commerce, a small boutique or whatever, try to help those people.
Right.
Be positive, because those people are very hardworking people, and they are there to make a living. I know, like I go for lunch at a small restaurant, like it's a Chinese food, and I love the guy because he's a very hardworking guy.
Yep.
And we could see, like, he came up here from Asia, and he's been here for 30 years. And the guy has got two kids, he sent them to university and all that. You have to be proud of somebody like that.
Right.
And you need more of those people here. Like somebody that you could be so proud to see, like they came here and they make a living and they raise their kids and they do very well.
Yeah. And another part to that is, you know, the better you do, the better I do, the better the community does.
That's it. That's
So
very
if
simple.
and we're all kind of in it together. So sometimes people see it as a little bit competitive, and I see it in my markets and stuff like that. But if they're all doing better,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be, you know, doing better myself.
Better, yeah. You see, because like what I'm doing, like you were saying, like I got 88 family in my condo, I got 200 students there, and I'm gonna have more in some other building. It brings so much value to the downtown. So you should be happy with that.
Yeah,
Like you cannot go negative on that. It's really positive for everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's helped the our different industry, even like the dealership will make good, because they're gonna have to sell more cars. Like those 200 students, they will buy cars. And,
and absolutely, and the people that move in, especially for the condo units, they're living somewhere now.
Yes.
Right? And when they move from those locations, people have to move into that. Right?
Yes.
So really kind of just as a really good development.
It is, you see, because like those people, those 88 family, they're gonna need furniture.
Yep.
And then they're gonna go out at night. Where they gonna go? They're gonna go around like in the downtown. But the downtown has to be prepared for that.
Right,
You
right.
see? And I could see like it's not everybody that are prepared right now. Like we have to do more. And for those students, like don't forget, you're gonna have 200 students coming from China and from India. So this is very nice people, because I went to China maybe 10 times and I love China, and but I never went to India. But I got a daughter-in-law that from India, very nice people, and we have to look after them and create some activity for those young people.
Right.
And by doing that, you may keep maybe 20% or 30% of them here. And those people, they will create new jobs. They will bring some knowledge from their country here.
Right.
And that's the way that I see it. Like everybody coming from other country, you learn so much from them.
Yeah. And it also creates opportunities here of what do they need? What do they want? How do we get that to them as a service?
That's it. Yeah.
And that's how you change kind of the restaurants. That's how the restaurants get changed over so much and changing into different foods.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you get people from different parts of the world coming here, and they still like to eat their
see, like if you want Indian food or Chinese food, you don't have to go to Toronto anymore. You could do it right here.
Absolutely.
How beautiful it is.
Absolutely.
And pricing is much better here.
Pricing is much better here.
Yeah.
What do you say to other people that are from outside of Chatham-Kent? How do we get, what do you say to them to get them to come here?
Well, you see, like to come here, like, I think we need something to attract them, like to come on a weekend or something. You don't ask them to come over here and live for good here. You have to attract them to come and spend some weekend here. And that's how they're gonna start to love Chatham-Kent.
Right.
And you cannot go wrong. Like it's almost impossible that you don't love this area here and the people. Like you said, you're a very nice guy.
Thank you.
Yeah. So myself, I say like most, like I say, 99.9% of the people here are very friendly and very nice, and they accept you with their arms open.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So and for me, you see, maybe because I come from a small town like down in Quebec,
Right.
and that was that way. Like everybody was helping each other, and we all know each other, and you're never in trouble. If you're stuck on the side of the road, anybody gonna stop to help you.
Right.
But if you're in Toronto,
Nobody wants to go near you.
Nobody will stop.
You're going to be left on the side of the road, Victor. Don't have your tire go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for communicating with everybody. It's a lot of people just. I always think let's get to know each other, and like you kind of say, how do we help each other? Improve the community, and how does the community will rise up even further, right? So that's exciting stuff, and I'd like to look at maybe explore the opportunity of how do we all work together in that downtown area, and even you have the largest developments there.
Mm-hmm.
You almost have to you're put in the position of leadership in that spot, really.
Yes. And I think like maybe I think you got the BIA or something.
Yep.
Yeah. You see, this is a very good organization, and I would like to have something to say, and not to say, but to be part of it.
Right.
And maybe like all together we could come up with something. You see, like here you need something for outside, like during the summer, like it's so beautiful, to create something that is permanent.
Right.
Like people could go even like kind of an outside theater, like outside, like if you had some show outside, like near the water. I know, like I was in Guilin in China, and I always gonna remember that. You were sitting by the water, and then there was some singing people, like all little kids, girls and boys, singing in the small canoe and coming to the shore and come to see you and all singing, and it's so beautiful. And here could be done like without the water you got here.
Yeah.
So because you're missing on the water.
Right.
Yeah, we have to work on that.
Yeah. Well, if you're open, and I see Mandy down there, open to us all having a sit down and conversation about what we can do.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that it always starts with a conversation.
That's it.
Kind of like on Live with Ben Ray here.
Yeah. And you could say anything, even if it seems very not negative, but very simple. Sometimes it will be the best idea.
Yeah.
You see, like because when you need the water, you could do anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have to work on that.
Awesome. Anything you want to say to the people of Chatham-Kent before we kind of wrap this up?
Well, yes, maybe like I like to thank you very much to accept me here, and I hope that I will be part of your community, and that we could work together, and I could help you, you can help me, and so far it's so good. I really like all the people here that came to see me and talk with me and ask me some questions. I had a few meetings at some of the restaurants there, and everything was very positive. And those people could see that there's a nice future here in Chatham-Kent. But let's make sure we do it together, not against each other.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And thank you. And hopefully I'll be able to go through some of these buildings to do a live feed.
Yes. Very soon I will invite you, and I'll be very, very happy and very proud to take you to my buildings.
Awesome. And we, as a community, will continue this conversation. And Victor, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Again, thank you, 107 Cafe, Brent Deneuer. Thank you to my man, Matthew Tape, who live casts and puts everything together for us. And thank you guys for watching and commenting. And be sure to like the Live with Ben page, as that's where we're going to be moving here. We're going to have the Live with Ben studio, so we will be seeing you more.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Please share.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man.
That's
good.
Good.